I help you to crack the code of your sleep and dreams so you can sleep sound and dream deep. This evening, I thought I'd talk a little bit about recurring dreams and what they are and why they could be important. Now, a recurrent dream or repetitive dream is one that you have night after night or week after week, sometimes month after month or for years. It may not be exactly the night, but it will be very on a theme. And that's the key, variations on a theme. Your unconscious mind is trying to get your attention, keep repeating the message until you respond to it or react to it in some way. Now, dreams aren't the only thing that the universe will repeat to get our attention. I remember aunt and two cousins were buying a home together in Harlem, in New York, and my cousin kept running into the mortgage lender. No matter what time she went to work, what car in the subway she got in, this guy was there. Until I said to her, "You need to fill out this paperwork. Get it done." She did that. She never saw the guy again. So repetitive dreams are doing the same thing. They are just constantly giving you the same message until you respond or react to it. And if that doesn't work, it'll find some other way, including laying you flat a couple of times. Now, I'm going to tell you about two recurrent dreams, and with very different messages, actually. So I won't say any more. I'll just go straight into the first dream. Now, this first dream, the dreamer was dreaming for a period of months. Again, variations on the theme, but always variation, and that was she was seeing an old boyfriend, and they were together, and a friend in common was celebrating, toasting their 25th wedding anniversary. Now, that's all well and good, but the old boyfriend was in another country. They hadn't seen each other in over a decade, and the dream was just too crazy. It the couple, like a little Irish coracle, those in black seas, and I mean the waves were swamping this little teeny boat that this woman and her ex-boyfriend were in. But the boat never overturned. It sailed somehow and stayed upright, even with the storm all around them. This went on for months and months and months. And finally, the tree said that she's tried to get in contact with the old boyfriend, even though 10 years had passed and they hadn't seen each other. Now, what she did was to write a letter that she had for this old boy, dropped it in the mail. Never had another dream again. I mean, when that is some way to will either change in details in some way, like you got part of the message but not all of it, or it will stop completely, and it doesn't have to remind you anymore. This lady dropped the mail, never had another dream again, and about a month and a half later, she got a letter, and it was from the old boyfriend. And they renewed their relationship, and some 8 years met. And when I was told this story, that was over 22 years ago. So, recurrent dreams that was giving her very important information. And even though she didn't quite understand the meaning of the dream, she knew she had to do something about it, if only to get a good night's sleep. So she honored the dream and heeded the message in the only way she knew how, which was to send this letter. And that honoring a dream is really, really important. It's, in a sense, indicating to your unconscious mind that you're serious, that you're taking it seriously, and that you're listening to the message and trying to respond to it as best you can. I mean, the least we can do to honor our dream is to write it and acknowledge that we had the dream. But people have danced their in reaction to honor their dreams, to create little crafts or buy flowers, different things. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big gesture. And in fact, the smaller and more intimate, if you will, the action, the greater the power it seems to have in the ether. So that's dream number one. I mean, that one had a happy ending, which is great. But not all dreams, repetitive dreams, recurrent dreams, will necessarily have a happy ending, or could have, depending on how you look at it. But let's look at the second dream and see what that's about. Now, this dream, the dreamer had over a period of months, and she stated that she would wake up shaking, just shaking, in a cold sweat and shaking. Why? She kept dreaming about horrible wrecks, ships going down, stormy weather, shipwrecks. Couldn't make heads or tails of the dreams. Like, well, she's not traveling. She doesn't know anybody who's traveling. She has never been on anybody getting. Why were these dreams so month after month, leaving her shaking every night? Now, as background to that, the dreamer was apparently in transition, in between two cities, if you will. She was in another trying. Now, at that time, she was making an application, or putting in an application for her partner to join her where she was, and was encountering difficulty. It was, this was missing, that was missing, this was a problem, it would take months, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, during all of this, these terrible dreams were haunting her. And finally, it all got to be a bit, you know what, the hell with this. It's too much trouble to bring my partner to me. I'm going to go to meet my partner and join my partner instead. Now, once she'd made that decision, work for that with no problems, literally in days, the paperwork came through. The other notable thing, was that the dream stopped. She was no longer having these horrible, horrible dreams. She forgot about it. I mean, she'd noted the dream, but she forgot about it and kind of got on with her life and moved in with her partner and settled down. And about a year later, she came back from lunch and went to work. And apparently there was pure pandemonium in the place when she got there. And all she could get out of people was plane, tower, hit. And she's like, what? What? And that, at that moment, is when she knew what her dream finally was about. That just the feeling that, from the words that people were saying, the dream instantly returned into her mind, and she knew that that's what the dreams had been warning about. 9/11. Now, a few details that would make this more sensible to you. This woman worked in a building that was attached to the towers. She went through the towers every single day. She was a stockbroker. So she was in the building back and forth, up and down all the time, whether for work or to go to and from work or to go shopping or buy lunch beneath the tower. So if she had been uh, in at work on a normal day, on that day, she very well might have been caught up in it. So, heeding the dream and kind of just really kind of giving in to circumstances, she actually ended up possibly saving her life. And the other thing that I will tell you about this dreamer was that that dreamer was me. I would not be sitting here with you today if I hadn't listened to my dreams, because my dreams brought me back here to meet my second husband. That saved me possibly from being caught up in 9/11. So when I say I believe in the power of dreams, I kid you not. They have literally directed my life and even saved my life. And that's the essential message behind a recurrent dream. It is important information that you really need to look at, that you really need to pay attention to. So if you've been having recurrent dreams over a period of days, weeks, months, or even years. I've had clients who have had recurrent dreams for decades, and we've worked through them so that the dream would not only change, but eventually stop. So if that's a problem for you, contact me. My contact details are below. Or if you have more general questions about a dream you may have, not necessarily a recurrent one. But believe me when I tell you that dreams have power and much, much vital information that can help you to make wise decisions for your life. Not necessarily life, certainly important decisions about where you work, who you work with, who you marry or live with. All of those things. Um, Believe it or not, you can believe it. So there you have it. That's a little bit about recurring dreams. I hope it gave you some food for thought. And as I said, if you have any questions, book a complimentary session with me and get some answers about your own dreams. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great evening, a wonderful rest of the week. Stay well, stay safe, and stay the hell home. Take care. Bye-bye.